And they're off. It was a beautiful start. Wong on the inside at the end of 100 goes to the lead from the roughie Raging Blaze. Mother Duck 3 deep, followed by Vo Rogue 4 wide. A length Groucho, High Regard, Splendid Ambition and Campaign King wide out, but show inside High Regard, and next as they start the run down the side, Vo Rogue, he's 3 away from the rails. Campaign King second last, and Absolute in the field, Splendid Ambition. 500 out on the missile, and Wong leads Mother Duck, and then Raging Blaze, followed by Groucho waiting for the run. Vo Rogue's never been anywhere near the rail. High Regard inside him, and Campaign King pulled to the outer at the 300, and here Mother Duck goes after the stablemate Wong. A length and a half to Groucho getting into the clear, and here's Campaign King. Vo Rogue is next at the 200 metres, and Campaign King, here comes the King. He put pay to them in one fell swoop, and Campaign King racing away from High Regard and Wong. A champion. Campaign King wins the missile, 2 lengths to High Regard. Third Wong, fourth Vo Rogue, fifth Groucho.
And what a horse to do it on. Campaign King, a tremendous performance. He was probably spotting them 6 lengths around the turn, and 4 in the missile in Sydney, the big one of the day. Regard paid $1.35, and third was Wong, $1.
Cast of the race today, the big one, the Manicato. Solid first fancy as Campaign King has been heavily backed to take out the honours, and Vo Rogue a little bit easy in the market. The one best back to beat the top one, Campaign King, is Placid Arc. So obviously improved New Zealand. They're off. Caught them in a great line too, and one of the first to bound out the centre, Placid Arc. Rancho Ruler got out smartly towards the inside with our Westminster. Dropping in behind them, Special over on the outside, Sky Faloo, followed by High Regard, and Vo Rogue is last of all as they travel down the side. 850 to go, and Placid Arc the leader. About a length to Rancho Ruler, 2 lengths to our Westminster, followed by Special, the inside of Tin Woodman. Moving up on the outside, 3 deep as My Steely Dan, a length to Sky Faloo, 2 lengths to Impazera. On the outside, making up some ground, High Regard, and on the inside, Campaign King is giving the leaders a long start as they come up towards the home turn. Placid Arc in front, coming up with about 450 to go by a length to Rancho Ruler. A length and a half Special running on pretty well, followed by our Westminster. Pull to the outside into hard riding now as Campaign King. In behind them, My Steely Dan, followed by Tin Woodman. Sky Faloo's a long way back with Carpstead as they make the turn. Rancho Ruler on the outside has taken the lead, and Rancho Ruler's got away from Placid Arc, who can't go on. Special down the outside, followed by our Westminster. Back behind them, Campaign King, who's struggling, but the leader is Rancho Ruler. He's well clear. He's got a shot to miss Rancho Ruler, 2 in a row, and Rancho Ruler running great style. Rancho Ruler first, maybe on the outside, our Westminster second, and nose to Special third, followed by Carpstead, who made up ground, then Placid Arc back in the turn. Placid Arc just the leader, but Rancho Ruler pounces and sprints to the lead. Rancho Ruler 2 in front, turning from Placid Arc, Special, and then our Westminster. Campaign King well back, but Rancho Ruler, he's not a bridesmaid anymore. He's going to canter home under the whip. Rancho Ruler wins the Manicato by 2 lengths.
A 2-length win in brilliant time, and we'll know next Saturday he takes on the 1400 metres Liston Stakes. Winning today at 9-2 over Special and Dow Westminster, and poor runs turned in again from...
I've said that all my life.
Of course you have.
Star Watch then ventured south to Melbourne for the first of his spring clashes with Zedative in the Group 2 Ascot Vale Stakes.
$1,000 Ascot Vale Stakes. They're racing. Zedative jumped well. Isle missed the start. Star Watch got out pretty well. Sable Zephyr Embassy. Out 3 deep was Star Watch, and they were followed by Sable Zephyr. Zedative behind those. Vitalik gets up on the fence as they go over the crossing. Visidiard jumped the crossing. Isle second last, and Almurda Jazz back with it. Onto the course proper, about 600 to go. Clay Hero a half length to Sable Zephyr. Star Watch travelling well. Plush Embassy under the whip. Vitalik gets a run. Zedative about 3 lengths from them. Almurda Jazz running on, and then Island Visidiard tailed off at the 300 metre point. Clay Hero tackled now by Star Watch. The Golden Slipper winner's taken the lead. Dittman goes for the whip. Star Watch got a length in front. Zedative is out after him on the outside. Vitalik starting to struggle. Star Watch in front. Here's Zedative. Clay Hero third. It's Star Watch on the inside and Zedative. Paul going for home on Zedative, and Zedative's going to win the Ascot Vale. Zedative a half length. Star Watch second. 4 lengths away. Very tight between Isle and Clay Hero.
Hero urged along by Gauchi and Sable Zephyr. Star Watch called on for his run by Dittman. 2 lengths to Zedative on the outside of Vitalik, and then Isle. Star Watch has hit the front inside the 200. Now Zedative out after him from Clay Hero. Star Watch in front. Dittman. Zedative punched out on the outside. The Victorian's going to be too good. Zedative beats Star Watch, a great go for third.
240 and 90 Zedative. Star Watch 70. Clay Hero 80 cents. Quinell.
Following Zedative's win in the Ascot Vale Stakes, Newhaven Park Stud secured a half share in the Son of the Judge for $1.5 million.
Rancho Ruler capped off a great career with his first success at Group 1 level.
in the Marlborough Cup run over 1,400 metres at Caulfield.
Inside the 800, Cameronic went to the lead now from Rancho Ruler, still with the rails. Melody hit the outside, 1.5 further back, Wolverton Diamond, Cindy Legend. My Arctic Wolf tucked in on the inside rail, followed by Heavenly View. Then came to the outside of those horses, Westall, Groucho looking for the way clear. Hippozera on the outside, and they're followed then by Briquillo and Crush, and further back is our Westminster. Trista Plain, Bianco, Flyer and Planet Ruler still last. On the turn and Rancho Ruler, Harry White said go, and he raced 3 lengths in front of My Arctic Wolf, followed by Cameronic. Hippozera getting up on the rails, and further back is Wolverton Diamond, but Rancho Ruler clear with 100 to go. He's going to be too good. He's 3 lengths in front under the whip, and Rancho Ruler, a brilliant win in the Marlborough Cup, scores by 2 lengths. My Arctic Wolf second, our West last. On the turn and Rancho Ruler, Harry White said go, and he raced 3 lengths in front of My Arctic Wolf, followed by Cameronic. Hippozera getting up on the rails, and further back is Wolverton Diamond, but Rancho Ruler clear with 100 to go. He's going to be too good. He's 3 lengths in front under the whip, and Rancho Ruler, a brilliant win in the Marlborough Cup, scores by 2 lengths. My Arctic Wolf second, our Western up for third. Getter in Group 1 races, it was a well-deserved and popular win by Rancho Ruler, who's never raced in better form. It was a fantastic ride by Harry White at 5-2 in favourite on Rancho Ruler. From My Arctic Wolf and our Westminster Planet Ruler, a huge...
Rancho Ruler, a member of the Equine Millionaire Club. Now
we look at a classy horse who became Australasia's highest stake earner during the 88-89 season. He is, of course, Our Poetic Prince, and he opened his Australian Spring campaign in the Feehan Stakes, right here at Moonee Valley.
Vogue trying to do it all the way, leads by a length. There's Rancho Ruler off the rail now. Flotilla on the outside of him, 1.5 lengths to Sky Chase, who is parked on the inside and looking for the way out. High Regard on the outside of him, and then Our Poetic Prince, Water Boatman, and Best Time near the turn, and Flotilla and Rancho Ruler race to the lead from Vogue. Our Poetic Prince on the outside of Sky Chase trying to get a go at them, and then High Regard, they straighten up, and Flotilla took over, but the New Zealander, Our Poetic Prince, has pounced on him from Vogue, and then Sky Chase racing erratically, but it's Our Poetic Prince packing too many guns for Flotilla, and then Vogue and Sky Chase, and Our Poetic Prince reach the judge.
Our Poetic Prince starting to respond strongly. Flotilla first for home now, but Our Poetic Prince races up and joins him. Then Sky Chase, Vogue and Rancho Ruler, but Our Poetic Prince raced away down the straight from Flotilla. Our Poetic Prince coming clear from Flotilla and Vogue, and the mighty New Zealander, Our Poetic Prince, a well-deserved win from Flotilla. Third is a photo of the Vogue. And what a run. About the first 4 or 5 would have broken the course record there today.
Assisted by the scorching pace set by Vogue, the New Zealand trained and Australian bred Entire created a new Australian record time of 1:33.1 for 1,600 metres. First Group 1 success at Randwick, Brian Mayfield Smith's Riverina Charm unveiled her classic potential on the same day in the Edward Manifold Stakes at Flemington.
Riverina Charm rattling home, has raced past Startling Lass, who can't find anything. Lady of Battle plugging away, Pride of Ingenue the rails, then Indian Pearl followed by Rich Abbott, but Riverina Charm racing away for Gauchi over Lady of Battle, and then Startling Lass, and Riverina Charm bolts in.
Odds on favourite Startling Lass. Fighting on strongly on the inside, but Riverina Charm is racing away. Look at this. Riverina Charm, can she go? Wins it by 6 or 7. Lady of Battle is second, a neck away third, Startling Lass. And a great Oaks trial there by this Sir Tristram filly, Riverina Charm, scoring at 3-1.
Zeditave in the field, Star Watch started a warm favourite in the Group 1 Classic, the Caulfield Guineas.
Up on top of the hill now, and Star Watch has gone to the front. The favourite Star Watch just over a length clear now from Vitalic, moving into second, placing over on the outside of Speeding Fine. Then came Big Grey Roo. A length further back is El Murder Jazz, Flamenco King the rails, and then Royal beside at the 800 metre mark. Star Watch a neck, Vitalic, 1 El Murder Jazz. Then Speeding Fine on the inside of Big Grey Roo. 2 lengths further back, Flamenco King. Swiftly Carson making ground on the outside of Royal Pardon, King's High Isle. Then Sober Star well back, followed then by Love You Perth dropping out, and then Valjean, and in the system nearing the home turn, and Star Watch, Ditchman Archman for something now as they work towards the home turn. Just the leader from Vitalic on the outside, going well. El Murder Jazz just behind them, Speeding Fine with a rails runner. Star Watch hung in the straight now with about 200 metres to go, and Vitalic reached the lead. El Murder Jazz winding up on the outside, Star Watch under pressure, Speeding Fine and Big Grey Roo getting through, but Vitalic in front of El Murder Jazz. King's High with a late run, but Vitalic Vitalik a neck in front. Almurda Jazz goes home the best on the outside. They hit the line. Oh, can't separate them.
Vitalik's drawn a half length to Star Watch. Speeding fine, Almurda Jazz behind them, and Big Grey Roo going for a run. Vitalik tackled by Almurda Jazz. Big Grey Roo trying to get through. It's Vitalik a long neck in front. Almurda Jazz coming at him hard. Vitalik ahead in front. Almurda Jazz wearing him down. Vitalik fights him off. They hit it. Vitalik won. Half ahead Almurda Jazz. Then Big Grey Roo and King's High, not much in it for third either. Speeding for Develop Print here. This is tight. Develop Print. It'll be a nose either way. And number 2, Vitalik has won. Let's go down. I think Keith might have it Mexi again.
Keith, my word.
Well, you're feeling now?
Hey, I just feel like a big cigar and a scotch.
Megs, you probably have...
This time it's Vitalik, and as you said, by the shortest possible margin.
2 Caulfield Guineas in a row for Brent Thompson. Vitalik 275 and 90. Almurda Jazz 150. King's High 220.
Alcoholic, his first Group 1 winner. The
venue for the first clash between Research and Riverina Charm was Caulfield in the 1600-metre 1,000 guineas.
Outside Riverina Charm pulled deep to run on. Then came Soliloquy, followed by Crest, Ken, Sugar Shower. Pride of Ingenue balked for a run, and then Long Jump when they swept towards the home turn at a long last. Love You Perth. Boardwalk Angel had moved up on the outside to join Glenview before the turn. Riverina Charm hanging slightly very wide out to run on, and then Memphis Blues in the straight. Boardwalk Angel the leader down to the 200-metre mark, and it's Boardwalk Angel over a length to Glenview. Memphis Blues, Riverina Charm out wide. Boardwalk Angel in front from Glenview. Memphis Blues finishing well. Research out late. Riverina Charm right down the outside. Flies. What a run.
Riverina
to join Glenview before the turn. Riverina Charm hanging slightly very wide out to run on, and then Memphis Blues in the straight. Boardwalk Angel the leader down to the 200-metre mark, and it's Boardwalk Angel over a length to Glenview. Memphis Blues, Riverina Charm out wide. Boardwalk Angel in front from Glenview. Memphis Blues finishing well. Research out late. Riverina Charm right down the outside. Flies. What a run. What a run. Riverina Charm with a flying run's got up to win. Research might have grabbed second in front of Boardwalk Angel. Then
So Darren Gauci and Riverina Charm getting up from Research and Boardwalk Angel in the 1,000 guineas.
Riverina Charm 1988 Foster's Caulfield Cup carried stake money of $1 million and was run in perfect conditions. Although drawn wide of the barrier, Sky Chase was the public elect.
Out of the ring, 335 and 330 respectively. Water Boatman 1370, Round the World 1690, Congressman 495, Boca Tower 670, Lady Liberty 655, Impazira 2450, Apollo Run 590, Mr.
Strina coming down the outside. Orthal's in front from Lady Liberty, and Sarah Strina moving up on the outside now, going up second. Third is Lady Liberty. Impazira got up on the inside of Balciano. It's Candida's out 3 deep as they go into the first turn, and here's Water Boatman on top of the hill. 1,200 metres to go in the Caulfield Cup. Orthal the leader. Orthal by a length. In second placing is Sarah Strina. Apollo Runner's gone up on the outside, but he's out a little wide, running third as they bunch up. Fourth is Impazira, a length and a half for the back. Lady Liberty, a length. Congressman, a half length for the back. Boca Tower, 2 lengths. It's Candide on the outside of Round the World. Then midfield is Sky Chase. Over on the inside of him, Bravery. Pulled to the outside, full at last. 2 lengths for the back. Balciano, a fair way back in the field. Followed on the outside by Mr. Dynamite. Well back was Lord Highbrow. Then Fair Sir. And last of all, coming up to the 600-metre mark is Algonquin Club. The leader is Orthal, coming to the turn about a half in front of Apollo Run. Lady Liberty, followed by Impazina. Then further back in the field, it's Candide starting to struggle from Congressman. Full at last, and Sky Chase and Boca Tower pulled out wide. Homeward bound in the Caulfield Cup. Impazira's gone up to Orthal. Apollo Run further out from trying to get out now. Congressman shouldering his way out. It's Impazira, 200 metres to go, taking the lead now in the Caulfield Cup. Congressman starting to come after him. Then Orthal, Impazira the leader. Congressman wearing him down. Impazira just in front. Congressman going to him on the outside. They hit the line off. Get heat. Couldn't separate.
50 out. Orthal tackled by Impazira. Apollo Run. Sky Chase struggling. Boca Tower getting out with a run, and it's Candide and full at last. Orthal just in front. Impazira's drawn level. Congressman's coming at them hard from Apollo Run, and it's Candide. Impazira in front. Congressman coming home hard from Orthal. Impazira half in front. Congressman's going to it. Gauchi's lifting Congressman. Oh, this is nearly a dead heat. I won't pick it. Impazira, Congressman, they've hit it as one, and third is Orthal. I won't split them. It that Impazira's just lasted, but it's a Tarwan Taxan again. Who's going to win it? Because of that photo, I just think she may have lasted.
Developed print. It's a developed print in the Caulfield Cup. It's a whisker. It's like the Caulfield Guineas all over again. And has won 3 Melbourne Cups. There's Ross McDonald and Nick Collin. They're waiting anxiously. Nick Collin wants that number to go up. Will it be 15? It still goes on this photo. The record was held by Sobar. 15 has won it. Number 15 has won. Impazira, ridden by Brian York.
Another emergency had beaten us.
Well, it happened in the Epsom.
If we'd won the Epsom, we would have got we probably would have got a penalty and not won.
Candide and Bocatau 5th.
26.50 and 6.55 Impazira.
Another one for the bookies.
Yes, that's for 50 cents. Congressman 5.55. Author.
Impazira's win in the Caulfield Cup was a hint of things to come in the 88-89 racing year, as fillies and mares were to enjoy one of their best seasons ever in feature races.
Well, racing. Away they go. Vogue not the best out today, but he'll gather speed. Jetfighter came out running, and he's going to lead on, settling down with Stable Gossip, Prismatic Star, Cameronic. Vogue is midfield as they settle and going forward in a hurry. He's going past Stewart's Event. Further back on the field, Celtic Air, Historic, and then came Trev Set at the 900. Prismatic Star led 3 lengths to Jetfighter. Vogue 3 wide around Stable Gossip, 2 lengths to Cameronic. Further back, Stewart's Event is about 7th and a length and a half further back to Celtic Air. Then Historic and a length further back on the field, then to Foamy Ocean. Don't plays up about 6th and wide. Well back out of it is in the field Winter, and behind it My Blue Kingdom. Second last south of Belmont and Northern Copy. 500 out Prismatic Star, a half length Jetfighter. Stable Gossip. Vogue's 4 wide. He'll want to be a super horse. 5 wide Stewart's Event, then Don't Play, and behind them Trev Set and Cameronic in the straight. Vogue's under the whip. Prismatic Star tackled by Jetfighter, then Stable Gossip. Trev Set. Vogue out wide, struggling but running on. Trev Set trying to go to Jetfighter. Prismatic Star now. Vogue starting to come at them hard. Jetfighter in front. Vogue's coming hard. He'll get up, I reckon. Vogue through level. What a horse. Prismatic Star second. Third Jetfighter. Vogue's 4 wide. He'll want to be a super horse. 5 wide Stewart's Event, then Don't Play, and behind them Trev Set and Cameronic in the straight. Vogue's under the whip. Prismatic Star tackled by Jetfighter, then Stable Gossip. Trev Set. Vogue out wide, struggling but running on. Trev Set trying to go to Jetfighter. Prismatic Star now. Vogue starting to come at them hard. Jetfighter in front. Vogue's coming hard. He'll get up, I reckon. Vogue through level. What a horse. Prismatic Star second. Third Jetfighter. Behind them Stable Gossip, Foamy Ocean.
Anybody said Vogue was going to win on the turn, except for knowing his great ability and his great heart, and he's just a freak, I tell you. That horse, they won't beat him in the Cox Plate, but that's beside the point. It was this race that I thought he could win, and he did. And Peter Cook.
Graham Kelly, this is one of the 50 and 90. There's still a buzz about his performance here. Prismatic Star.
Poetic Prince was unfortunate to meet the champion Rubiton in full flight in last year's WS Cox Plate. Field is set now for the richest weight for age race in the Southern Hemisphere.
They're racing. And Bone Crusher missed it about a half length, and Planet Ruler bounced out quickly, and there goes Impazira from the outside. She began well. Flotilla away quickly with our Poetic Prince, and on the outside Glenview from High Regard. Then Vitalic. Bone Crusher's on the rail, followed by Almurda Jazz. Horlicks got back to second last. Oh, she nearly fell, Horlicks. Horlicks got under the heels of Bone Crusher and nearly came down, and badly hampered his run straight run. Out of the wheeling around the turn of the 1300 metre mark, and the leader Planet Ruler. Planet Ruler the leader on the Cox Plate by a length. On the outside, Impazira second. A neck away third on the inside there. Moving up further back, Flotilla, followed by Glenview, who went up to fourth. A length further back then is our Poetic Prince, followed by High Regard. Over on the inside, Vitalic. A neck further back at the 1,000 metre mark, Almurda Jazz. 2 lengths to Bone Crusher, and then came Run Straight Run. And last of all is the mare Horlicks going around the turn at the 900 metre mark. Planet Ruler the leader. Planet Ruler a length in front. In second placing, Impazira. Ahead further back is Glenview out 3 deep. They're followed by High Regard. Flotilla trying to get a run away from the rail. Our Poeticus Prince is now 3 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths further back, Almurda Jazz. Here's Bone Crusher pulled to the outside, then Vitalic. Horlicks second last, and last of all Run Straight Run. Impazira just in front of Planet Ruler, but here comes a little Kiwi. Our Poetic Prince with 450 metres to go loomed up, and our Poetic Prince has raced to Impazera dashed to the front, and the little Kiwi has gone for home on the Cox Plate. Our Poetic Prince sprinted away, 3 lengths in front of Impazera. Bone Crusher coming with a great run, and down the outside is Horlicks, but it's Our Poetic Prince 3 in front. Bone Crusher, Horlicks are trying hard, but Our Poetic Prince has got too big a break, and it's an all New Zealand finish. Our Poetic Prince running away, wins by
just the leader, and now out to tackle him is Our Poetic Prince, and the little Kiwi dashed away. Our Poetic Prince, and he has his ears pricked. Race 3 lengths in front now from Impazera. Almurda Jazz, and here's Bone Crusher from Horlicks. Our Poetic Prince the leader with 100 metres to go. 2 lengths in front of Bone Crusher, trying hard, but the Kiwi Our Poetic Prince is in front of Bone Crusher and Horlicks, and Our Poetic Prince eased up, has won the Cox Plate by a length to Horlicks. Third is Bone Crusher, then run straight run Almurda Jazz Flotilla. A long break to Vitalic Planet Ruler.
In fact, a Kiwi trifecta. Our Poetic Prince 5-4 in favourite, and will now run on the McKinnon, where he'll meet Vo Rogue, and I guess Connections must be bitterly disappointed for scratching so early this morning and then seeing the track improve. Horlicks today.
Same day, the Wait for Age stars of the spring, Our Poetic Prince, Sky Chase and Vo Rogue, dominated betting in the McKinnon Stakes. The stayers, being fine-tuned for the Cup, weren't expected to worry them. But somebody forgot to tell the giant mare from New Zealand, Empire Rose.
Narbotto on the fence, then pull to the outside, Orthal. Further back then Kenzai, Empire Rose, Major Drive, and Shantaroon is last of all. Vo Rogue straightens up 3 lengths in front. Sky Chase is second, going out after the leader, never quit the fence. Our Poetic Prince gets out on the outside, 400 to go. Small looked over his shoulder, gave the leader a crack with a whip, but here comes Sky Chase on the outside, out after him. Sky Chase wearing down Vo Rogue, a length into Our Poetic Prince. At the 200 metre mark, it's Vo Rogue a half in front. Sky Chase trying to peg him back. The big heart of Vo Rogue is finding plenty. Here's Empire Rose steaming down the outside. Vo Rogue the leader, but Empire Rose over the top of it. Empire Rose gets up to win. Empire Rose a half.
Never quit Our Poetic Prince Kensai. Orthal running on late. Empire Rose and Narbotto. Vo Rogue's a length and a half. Sky Chase is going to challenge him hard though. Then Our Poetic Prince inside the distance. Sky Chase gets within a length of Vo Rogue. Flying Empire Rose late. Vo Rogue in front. Empire Rose, this big mare from New Zealand will get up. Here's the Cup favourite. Empire Rose beats Vo Rogue. 2 lengths to Sky Chase. Our Poetic Prince and Kensai. Then Shed.
2 minutes, but it wasn't to be. Laurie Laxon said that Empire Rose needed a good blowout today for the Melbourne Cup. Well, if that's a good blowout, look out, it'll be an explosion on Tuesday, because she'll win the Melbourne Cup as far as you can kick your football, Bruce.
On a windy day with the wind blowing behind you, because this was a sensational run. This is the best Melbourne Cup trial we've seen at Flemington for years and years on.
Vo Rogue, he just needed that hard hit out last week, I think, when it's all boiled down. But she's the winner of the Cup, I'm sure, because this is her 3rd attempt at the big
finish to beat Vo Rogue was one of the best Cup trials seen for many a year. The daughter of Sir Tristram, who'd run a close second to Kensai the previous year in Australia's greatest race, shared favouritism with the imported galloper Natsky in the $1.68 million Foster's Melbourne Cup.
50 cents, Natsky $3.90, Shantaroon $6.35, Balciano $9.85, Our Classic Bay $13.45, Secret Seal $31, Empire Rose $2.70, still favourite. Round the World $16.10, Congressman $6.65, Algonquin Clay $33, Mike $40, Terrific $14, Apollo Run $12.
Empire Rose is the furthest out on the track. She's out about 10 or 12 horses wide, being eased back, and in front of her is Copper Tonic when they settle down with a top weight, the leader Orthal on the inside. Thompson sitting high in the irons, looking for someone to lead him up. The leader is Orthal by a half length to Lord Highbrow. Midas third on the inside, and Empire Rose is going forward on the outside. Empire Rose is going to be up running second in the Melbourne Cup when they settle into stride. And Orthal is coming down to the 200 metre mark, a length in front. But look at Empire Rose, she's running second, a half to my third. Still, Natsky faces a gigantic task from there. He's third last with 2 horses behind him. And they go to the side, and they are Banderole and Algonquin Club. They've got 1,400 metres to go. And it's Orthal, the imported horse, a length and a half. Empire Rose has dropped the bit, and she's going very nicely. Second, a length for the back, my third. A half fourth is Our Classic Bay, and then Lord Highbrow, followed by Narbotto. Then came pull to the outside, Copper Tonic. It's Candide on the inside of Apollo Run. A length further back, then came Balciano, then Mr. Bunny Thorpe, Shantaroon. Terrific 3 deep with 1,000 metres to go, a length and a half, Ideal Cinnamon. Kenzai is 15 lengths from them from Congressman. Then Round the World, full at last. Natsky taken to the outside from Secret Seal, Banderole. And Algonquin Algonquin Club is last of all. They've got 850 metres to go, and North Thale, the leader in the Melbourne Cup. Brent Thompson attempting to lead all the way, a length and a half to Empire Rose. She's still travelling well. A length further back then, Our Classic Bay pulled to the outside, Copper Tonic. Then further back was Narbotto, followed by Might. Kenzai went back to the rail, and Natsky has pulled right to the outside. In the straight, and Empire Rose raced easily to North Thale, 400 to go. The jockey sitting against Empire Rose now on the outside, Apollo Run. Then Narbotto followed down the outside by Natsky with a great run. Going to the front is Empire Road. Natsky and Apollo Run the challengers, but the great mare Empire Rose in front. Stride by stride, Natsky wearing it down. Empire Rose a neck in front. Natsky trying to pick it back. Empire Rose in front of the Melbourne Cup. Empire Rose. Empire Rose a nose to Natsky.
Three horses, Apollo Run, it's Candide. Balciano, Apollo Run out wide is going up to join Empire Rose. Empire Rose has ticked away in the cup from Apollo Run. Narbotto. Natsky's flying out wide. Empire Rose in front. Natsky's going to challenge late. Empire Rose a length in front. Natsky trying to get to her. Empire Rose a half in front. Natsky won't make it, and the big mare wins. Empire Rose beats Natsky. 3 lengths away, Narbotto, Apollo Run. Behind those round the world then.
And up second outside.
She's won it.
Yep.
The mare's won it. Empire Rose is the first favourite since Golden Black to win the Cup in 1977. The big mare from New Zealand, 640 kilograms of her, Des, has hung on to beat Natsky in one of the great finishes in the Cup.
It certainly was. It was to be that there it is, just a short half head, and just missed out. But it was a very good ride, and as we mentioned about Natsky, it was an unbelievable performance. 30 lengths behind North Thale at the 1,200 metre mark.
Mick Dittman nearly did it again. Empire Rose 275, 110.
For Isaiah Sir Tristram, Empire Rose was the 30th individual Group 1 winner. The 1980
Going into the Group 1 VRCX as to who was the better filly. Punters couldn't split the Sydney fillies, and they started equal favourites in the two.
Stanwell racing. And Glenview was a little slow. Volterra beat them out. Glenview, and just up in front of those horses, Some Path and Shalaya outside of Glenview. Going down towards the 1,000, and Sejanette a length and a quarter to Soliloquy, a length away Trappings the inside. One further back on the outside then would be Volterra, and Salis Opera just in front of her. Riverina Charms in a pocket. Research 3 deep. Dittman's got Riverina Charm where he wants her at the moment. Then Love You Perth from further back on the field to Glenview, starting to thread her way through. Shalaya taking off with a run, and one of the last high equity as they come to the turn. 600 out, Riverina Charm trying to angle for a run where Salis Opera's just led on the turn from Soliloquy. Research, Riverina Charm looks like she might get clear from Glenview, and then Shalaya in the straight. Salis Opera took the lead at the 400. Research getting out, Riverina Charm went sideways to get a crack at them. Dittman goes for home on Research. Gauchi chases on Riverina Charm. Research pitches a big break, looks to have it won, sprints right away from Riverina Charm. 2 lengths away, Shalaya, and Research is going to bolt the Oaks in. A comprehensive victory. She's 4 or 5, Riverina Charm and Shalaya. Sydney fillies 1, 2, 3, but Research wins in a breeze by 5 lengths. Riverina Charm second, third Shalaya.
Goes up on the outside to take the lead. Research in second placing. Dittman looked back for Riverina Charm. She's 2 lengths behind Research. Research hits the front at the 300 and goes about 3 lengths clear over Riverina Charm. Then Shalaya running on. They're clear of the rest of them, but it's all Research. She's absolutely going to bolt in over Riverina Charm and Shalaya. The Sydney fillies 1, 2, 3. Research wins very easily. Pulled up. She scores by 5 lengths to Riverina.
They don't run better than that. In fact, that's the fastest I can see for an Oaks Stakes since we've gone to metric. And Shalaya 195, Quinella 90 cents for 1 and 2. It did look a good.
Well, 3-year-old Zetative suggested he could be a champion following his courageous record-breaking performance in this afternoon's star-studded $250,000 William Reid Stakes at Moonee Valley. Zetative carved out the 1,200 metres in 1:9.5 thanks to Vo Rogue, who ensured another record pace. But while Vo Rogue was beaten, he showed all his fighting qualities that have made him famous.
There were 6 Group 1 winners of the 9 starters. It had all the ingredients for a champion race.
Of all, 500 metres to run in the William Reid Stakes. Vogue about a half length in front of Redelva Special, 3 deep and Grandiose 4 wide. From the Planet 5 wide, Sedative running to a dead end. Then Paris Weekend, Ma Wong, and last of all Impazera. Vogue shaken up on the turn. Special went up within a half length of him. A length away Sedative, and then came Redelva, Grandiose wide. Vogue fights back at the top of the straight. The mare on the outside, Special's got to him. Now Sedative comes at them. Sedative grabs Special. Vogue fights back. Sedative takes the lead. Vogue comes again, but Sedative's going to just get there. Sedative wins at a half hit on the post to Vogue on third Special. Then Redelva.
Like the Cox Plate of 86, the huge crowd applauded 2 of the Turf's heroes. Today it was Sedative and Vogue.
I've always said he is the best.
Wong Impazera, Vogue the leader before the turn from Special. A length further back is Redelva struggling now. Sedative hard ridden to the outside, and they're followed then by Grandiose. Vogue first for home. Special goes up to challenge him. Sedative coming on strongly. Special and Vogue fighting it out, and Sedative over the top. The 3-year-old champions raced up and grabbed Vogue. Sedative put his head in front, and yes, he won it. Sedative just beat Vogue, and Special is third. Redelva is fourth, and then came Paris Week.
Win 12 wins in just 15 starts and a course record. An excellent run first up from Vogue, and now race 6.
Beating Vogue is a feat in itself. He's a marvellous horse, Vogue. He runs from 1,200 metres to 2,000 metres. He's a great horse, and it's a great thrill to be able to beat such a marvellous horse.
Really speaking, Vogue's not a sprinter, but we thought we had it in the back of our minds that to beat the horse today, we thought they'd have to break about 110 because he is a phenomenal galloper.
And Sedative winning, but as Vic Rail said, Vogue is a great horse. Even Sedative, he's won 12 out of 15, almost $1 million. Vogue at 6s, and Special, who's pregnant at the moment, at 13-2. Thoroughbreds. He's a wonderful horse, a horse who's captured everybody's imagination. And up to 1,800 metres, he's probably the best horse in Australia. 65 cents and 50 for the Vogue. That's 3-1 on and money back. Dandy Andy, Summer Cup winner, superimposed $10. $1 million mare. Will he break a record? Will he win? Racing. He jumped out best, Vogue. Impazera away well with Ma Wong, Dandy Andy, All Spades. Cyril Small looks across. He's leading early. Our Murdings away, Mr. Dynamite and 2 to superimpose. They're going at a steady bat at the 1,000. He pricked his ears, Vogue. He's a length in front. All Spades second. Dandy Andy, the box seat third. A length and a half, Impazera. A half to Our Murder Jazz. 1 to Ma Wong. A length and a half away, Mr. Dynamite and superimpose. On top of the hill, Vogue by 3/4 to All Spades. 2 lengths to Dandy Andy. A half Impazera, Our Murder Jazz going very well, and then Ma Wong. 3 lengths away, superimpose, and 2 lengths, Mr. Dynamite. 500 out, they have a crack at Vogue. Here they come left, right and centre. Dandy Andy, Mr. Dynamite, Impazera out wide, and Ma Wong, All Spades in the centre. And behind them, Our Murder Jazz. Now Cyril hits Vogue with a whip and he kicks away. 3/4 of a length in front of Ma Wong, coming at him with Our Murder Jazz, Impazera. Superimpose starting to fly. Vogue a length and a quarter in front of Superimpose, who's coming home like a train. Vogue finds something though, like all champions do. He's a length and a quarter in front, and he's much too good. Superimpose second, Ma Wong third. Time is very fast, 1:23.3. The crowd starts to roar. Behind them, Mr. Dynamite, All Spades, and last home, Impazera.
Well, Cyril's is just getting better. There he is, way back.
With correct weight up on race 6, the CF4 Stakes, the final totes, Vogue 65 and 55, superimpose.
Weather is hot, as we said, and the track is fast for today's meeting, and scratchings are light in the big races. We'll be checking those. In for the Guineas, King's High 405, Sir Midas 515, Big Greyru $4, Vitalic 150, that's 2-1. Our set, light goes on racing, and caught them in a pretty good line. Sabre Star Isle, both a little slow to begin. Mirakai got away well with Tin Woodman, Big Greyru, Nanya Tara. High God showing a bit of speed with Blazing Sword in behind them. Vitalic going forward. Further back then to King's High, Liverstone lane trap. Blazing Swords trapped out a bit wide. King's High on the inside and Nanya Tara between horses. Our Murder Jazz a length away with Vitalic outside of it. Sir Midas the rail.
Liverstone laden from Sober Star and a length to Wild. Some of these covering ground at the 900 with no pace on. Mirakai led over the crossing. A half to Tin Woodman, High God 3 deep. Big Grey Roo the rail. Next the outside, Nanya Terra, Blazing Sword 3 deep. Vitalic's had a good run. King's High inside of him from Out Murder Jazz. Then Sir Midas the rail, Liverstone lane. Second last Island Sober Star last in the straight at the 500. And Mirakai quickly tackled by Tin Woodman, High God, Blazing Sword, Nanya Terra. Vitalic's moved up very quickly and coming home with a run. King's High a fall. Nanya Terra's fallen. I hope the boy's all right. Thompson goes for Vitalic. King's High comes at him hard at the distance and goes past him. Then Our Murder Jazz behind them and Liverstone lane, but King's High wins the Derby in the spring and bolts the Guineas in the autumn. Look at Sir Midas run home for third. King's High by 4 lengths. Second Vitalic, third Sir Midas. Then Liverstone and Woodman, High God, Blazing Sword, Nanya Terra. Vitalic's moved up very quickly and coming home with a run. King's High a fall. Nanya Terra's fallen. I hope the boy's all right. Thompson goes for Vitalic. King's High comes at him hard at the distance and goes past him. Then Our Murder Jazz behind them and Liverstone lane, but King's High wins the Derby in the spring and bolts the Guineas in the autumn. Look at Sir Midas run home for third. King's High by 4 lengths. Second Vitalic, third Sir Midas. Then
badly to to people at home. I think he's not too badly hurt.
Gary Willett's the rider of Nanya Terra, and he does look as if he is all right because he is sitting up. King's High beats Vitalic and Sir Midas in the most emphatic fashion.
I'll say it did.
Cadbury Australian Guineas, King's High 365 and 115, Vitalic 80, Sir Midas $1.50, Quinella $6.60.
Vo Rogue is showing 75 cents for 50. I would love to get those odds. That's 2 to 1 on. He'll be a lot shorter than that, I can assure you. This is the Blamey we're talking about, the next race. Ma Wong and they're set to go. Racing. And he jumped out fast from the outside, Vo Rogue. Waterboatman slowest out, Warren second last. Mr. Dynamite got away okay with Ma Wong. Vo Rogue went straight to the front. Impazira fifth early in Crown Ridge. Wonder what? 1100 out. Vo Rogue held together, but he is running quickly by 4 lengths to Ma Wong and Son. There's about 100 metres between first and last here. It's Vo Rogue, this mighty champion at the 800. He leads by 4 lengths, and they are going very fast. Ma Wong second. 6 lengths away, Impazir on the inside, Apollo Run. 4 or 5 lengths, Crown Ridge, Water Boatman, and then Mr. Dynamite and 2 to Warned. 600 out, Vo Rogue, he's 4 lengths in front into the straight. Ma Wong's been chasing all the way, 3 or 4 lengths away, Impazir, Apollo Run. A long gap, Crown Ridge, Water Boatman and Warren hooked out Mr. Dynamite. Small keeps looking around on Vo Rogue. Ma Wong goes within 2.5 lengths. He gives Vo Rogue a crack with the whip. 8 lengths away, Impazir, Apollo Run. Vo Rogue at the distance is still going strongly. He's 3 lengths in front of Ma Wong. He's got it well won. Apollo Run running on well with Warren. Watch for the time. Vo Rogue's about 4 in front. He'll miss the record today, but he wins in a canter. Second Ma Wong, third Apollo Run. A good performance by it. Then came
Vo Rogue is travelling comfortably within himself with a lead of 2.5 lengths over Ma Wong. Thompson getting to work on Ma Wong. Small has pulled the whip out. He's waving it at Vo Rogue and looking back at Ma Wong. They're clear of Impacera and then Apollo Run with 100 to go. Home he goes. Vo Rogue, second year on end. The great performance in the Blamey Stakes. Marietta Box all the way over Ma Wong and Apollo Run. Vo Rogue again an exhibition.
Water Boatman second last. Mr. Dynamite last. 1:35.9 the time. Same that King's High went in the previous. Well, Earl Small the jockey and Vic Rail. And the fairy tale continues with Vo Rogue, and we'll be seeing him next week in the St George. Rodelva is $6.20 in the Lightning. Royal Handout $16. Special having her last run. The pregnant mare $2.20. She won it last year. Sun Along Last $12.40. Zetatave even money $1. Yes, sir, I am right. Go. Racing. Zetatave beat them out. Eagle Fly got scrunched up at the start with Royal Handout. It was rough early, I can tell you. Zetatave got away quick, and so did Scarlet Biskin, speeding fine. Now Eagle Fly going very fast. Royal Handout out there early and going quickly. Also Special and Red Elva. Zetatave now settles behind them. Play Hero Paris Weekend. Great go for the lead. Eagle Flyer outside. Royal Handout a length further back on the field to Scarlet Bis, speeding fine. Rodelva. Sun Along Last further back. Zetatave has held up. Special outside of it. Paris Weekend got checked, and then Clay Hero at the 300 going through Scarlet Biss to take the lead from Rodelva. Then Sun Along Last Special. Zenitave's got a wall of horses in front of him. Clay Hero running on well. Scarlet Biss led. Special coming in it with Clay Hero. Zenitative gets through. Special in front. Zenitave comes at the mare. Zenitave draws level with Special, and he wins again. A mighty sprinter beats Special. In third placing Clay Hero. Then Rodelva from behind them. Scarlet Biss.
Then by Special, Sun Along Lass on the rail. Zenitative between Speeding Fine and Sun Along Lass, and he's about 5 lengths from the lead, and he's trying to get his way through from Clay Hero on the outside. Paris Weekend. Zenitative in trouble at the 300. Scarlet Biss the leader from Rodelva. Special joining in. Zenitative trying to get through, and Clay Hero. Special in front. Here comes Zenitative on the inside of the flying 3-year-old Zenitative. Too good for Special and Clay Hero.
Just one of those races where, really speaking, Zenitative shouldn't have won that race. The way it was ridden, I don't mean Zenitative, but the way the race was ridden by all the riders, it really stacked them against Zenitative. And I'm sure Greg Hall was saying, oh, don't let this happen to me, because
Zenitative ran just 1 second outside Special's record, which he set last year. He returned 95 and 65, Special 70, and Clay Hero.
Noon, the St George Stakes, the reappearance of the champion Vo Rogue, and of course tote punters have cottoned onto him again. He opened at 90 cents, I think, on the tote, but he's into 60 cents now, and he's showing 60 cents for the place. Number 2, Dandy Andy, is 4.40.
Racing. All set to go for the St George Stakes. Vo Rogue, barrier 2, lights on. And they're racing. The Rogue jumped out well. Ideal Sentiment inside him. Dandy Andy third from the outside. He's superimposed. 1,200 metres left to go, and the Mighty Rogue is out 6 lengths in front over the crossing. Second placing is Celtic Air. They're strung right out now. 4 lengths away Ideal Sentiment. 2 lengths away second last Dandy Andy, and last Superimposed. Down the railway side, and Vo Rogue's got a huge lead. 1,000 to go. He's 8 lengths in front. Will he go for the record today? Vo Rogue 8 lengths in front. Celtic Air second, 5 to Ideal Sentiment. Then Dandy Andy, and 2.5 lengths away Superimposed, and he is 15 lengths off the lead. 600 metres left to go on the St George Stakes, and Vo Rogue going for back-to-back wins in this weight for age event. Vo Rogue 5 lengths in front of Celtic Air. Superimposed and Dandy Andy are getting a move on as the second, third, fourth and fifth horses bunch up. Coming to the corner, 400 metres left to go. Vo Rogue and Cyril Small. He's 5 lengths in front as they come around the turn. The other horses are hard ridden. Superimposed gets the second, then Ideal Sentiment, Dandy Andy. 250 metres left to go. He hasn't moved on Vo Rogue, and this mighty racehorse with Cyril Small aboard, he's a freak. Vo Rogue, this champion galloper from Queensland, 5 in front, and he'll win in a canter. Vo Rogue beats Superimposed and Ideal Sentiment as he runs 1:48. Vo Rogue first, Superimposed second, Ideal Sentiment third, then
Ideal Sentiment followed by Dandy Andy, shakes up Vo Rogue with 100 metres to go. It's a walk, trot and canter for Vo Rogue. Here's win number 21. The Vo Rogue show keeps rolling along.
Finish was Celtic Air in the St George Stakes of 89.
if he could get better, I don't know if he can, but by Jove, that horse, that was an exercise gallop, but he was making such nice time. The others have got no hope of being within cooey of him.
We think that he's got the best.
You know, he's running 148 on his own, you know. Nothing for him to chase. It's definitely just an out-and-out champion because he doesn't do any work in between races. He just keeps him for race day. He rides him himself, and there's the horse. A pick.
Welcome back to Caulfield, and Vo Rogue Strapper and Vic Rail just having a chat to the crowd with the horse there a moment ago. This magnificent racehorse. The crowd are absolutely wrapped. Look at him. He's going up. A couple of the people just able to touch a real champion. They've heard of Farlap, Kingston Town, but now they've heard of Vo Rogue, and they love him. Now the tote dividends on the right. The winner Vo Rogue 60 and money back 50 a place. Super.
8 Better Loosen Up. Cross Purpose. 3-1 Riverina Charm. Yeah, right on 3 to...
Power of Destiny. Better Loosen Up being steadied by a gateman. The stall's open and they're off in the Guineas. A good start too, and towards the inside Marimbula Bay about the best out. Swiftly Carson began well with Better Loosen Up and Flash Gypsy. Out Krona ridden a bit from the outside. Gators coming over in search of the lead, followed by Record Dash and then Shallier. Riverina Charms going to settle down midfield on the fence, and then Nosh Gold at the 1,000 mark, and Out Krona cleared out. Out Krona opened up a lead of 5 or 6 lengths on Flash Gypsy. Better Loosen Up third, then Marimbula Bay on the outside outside of Swiftly Carson, followed by Record Dash. Riverina Charm, suited by the fast pace. Further back and hard ridden as Power of Destiny, and then Shalia, followed by Cross Purpose. Nosh is flat to the boards. Wonder Dancer well back with Salis Opera and our Yukon Gold as they climb the hill inside the 600 mark, and our Krona led. Better Loosen Up is pegging him back quickly. In third place, Marimbula Bay on the outside of Swiftly Carson. Riverina Charm boxed up on the fence at the moment, and then Shalia, followed by Cross Purpose. Record Dash got a check and lost ground sharply, and Wonder Dancer moving around them but canted very deep on the turn into the straight. Our Krona tackled by Better Loosen Up, and they're well clear of Marimbula Bay. Here's Riverina Charm starting to hit top gear. She's coming out after them now, and further out Shalia. Better Loosen Up the leader. Riverina Charm is picking him up quickly. Riverina Charm is coming at the leader. Better Loosen Up. Riverina Charm hit the leader. Treble for Nebo Lodge, and a great ride by Quinterton. Riverina Charm beat Better Loosen Up with Shalia third, and then our Krona followed by one. The filly Riverina Charm, number 12. $4 the win, $1.80 the place, $4 and $1.80 the TAB return. Better Loosen Up second, Gavin Duffy, number 5, a place dividend of $2.60.
Brian Mayfield Smith later described Ron Quinton's ride as near genius. Diamond, and was later retired to Arrowfield Stud. Nick Collins' filly Kortza started a warm favourite in Victoria's most prestigious race for 2-year-olds, the Hang 10 Blue Diamond Stakes.
Racing. Kortza jumped okay. Saloon Rule missed the start hopelessly by about 5 lengths. She nearly fell. Saloon Rule. She's just old Ted led from Ark Regal, and Kortza in third placing when they settle. Paris Opera on the rails, and then Malibu Magic. Sculptured Arches next, and then True Label. She's being followed then by Reganza. Over on the outside is Dancer's Choice. 2 lengths behind those, Rechabite and Appleby Fair's a long way out of it, sweeping towards the home turn at the 600-metre mark. And further back in the field then is Bajilla. Saloon Ruler's last. Before the bend, and good old Ted 3 lengths in front of Ark Regal. Kortza, then Sculptured Arch, and they're being followed then by Mabrook to the outside with Dancer's Choice running on. Paris Opera dropping out of it, and Rechabite pulled to the outside. Good old Ted first for home, 2 lengths in front of Kortza, throwing out the challenge. Then Ark Regal, Mabrook, Dancer's Choice, the widest runner. 150 metres to go, and Kortza swept to the front from good old Ted. Then Dancer's Choice on the outside, but Kortza's blitzing them. She's raced away, and Kortza wins the Blue Diamond Stakes by 3 or 4 lengths.
Kortza was
2 lengths in front of Kortza, throwing out the challenge. Then Ark Regal, Mabrook, Dancer's Choice, the widest runner. 150 metres to go, and Kortza swept to the front from good old Ted. Then Dancer's Choice on the outside, but Kortza's blitzing them. She's raced away, and Kortza wins the Blue Diamond Stakes by 3 or 4 lengths.
Mabrook, Dancer's Choice taken wide and running on from Paris Opera at the 200. Good old Ted in front, but Kortza's grabbed him. Kortza's taken the lead in the Blue Diamond. She's kicked away. Dancer's Choice runs on, but Kortza's going to win the Blue Diamond. She's going to bolt it. Kortza first by about 4 or 5 lengths. Second placing tight. Sculptured Arch got there in front of Dancer's Choice, and Appleby Fair. Reganza ran on from Mabrook, and Rechabite never a chance. Key to Results of the Blue Diamond Stakes. Just run. Kortza $1.65 and 75 cents.
Kortza was purchased by Nick Collum for $300,000 at the 1988 Karaka Yearling Sales in New Zealand. The filly continued.
With the track conditions that he relishes, Bozam made it a one-act affair with back-to-back wins in the Sedgenho Stakes.
As they make their way up to the top turn at the 1,000 metres mark, and Pabulum just led Bozam. Research is being allowed to cruise along 4 and 5 deep by Dittman. Even wider is Zama Kima on the fence field at the 800 mark, and Pabulum in the centre poked his head in front of Bozam momentarily. Research is 3 deep, and Zama Kima on the extreme outside as they come down the side. It's a very keenly contested Sedgenho, and they've got away now some 4 lengths on Sir Midas and Ironic Lady, and Pecura Boy dropping out to last as they come to the corner. Pabulum is the first to show signs of distress, and into the straight now it's Bozam, almost joined by Research, and Zama Kima wide out is sticking to his guns. In the straight 300 out, Bozam got away slightly from Research. Zama Kima on the outside has headed Research. Zama Kima's run into second place, but Bozam has kicked away at the 200 mark, full of running. Marshall had a look over the shoulder. Looks like another Sedgenho coming up for the champ. Bozam increased his lead to 5 lengths on Zama Kima. Research getting very leg weary in third place, but the King
Would you please rise? Bozam by 6 lengths to...
Round the corner, 400 to go. And Bozam in front about 3/4 of a length on Research. He's had to do it very, very tough, and Bozam race clear. And at the 250, Bozam, he's in no danger. He's increasing his margin on his nearest rival by every bound. The nearest rival at the moment is Zamakima Research third, and then Fabulum. But Bozam, he's a mighty horse. Bozam had to be ridden upside down, but he's going to win with his ears pricked. Zamakima second and Research third, and Bozam wins it by about 5 lengths. Zamakima second, third Research, followed by Fabulum and Ironically.
About at his back end, certainly just as good as what we saw him 12 months ago. Sydney, interim dividends on the Sedgenho Stakes. Bozam, mighty run, 70 cents and 60 cents.
Bozam was due to contest the Group 1 Tancred International, but Racing was the loser when he was withdrawn on the morning of the race. After 2 unsuccessful performances, Bozam was spelled, and plans were made for an international campaign.
Second to Dandy Andy in the Bicentenary Australian Cup will be remembered for many years. He was out to make amends in 1989.
Injustice. Well, he's a little keener today than he's been in the past at the 1400. And Vogue 5 lengths, Dandy Andy. 2 to superimpose inside Our Poetic Prince. So the big 4 running in the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Harlan Chieftain 5th, a half length to Ideal Sentiment at the 1200. Saratov outside Apollo Run, Stable Gossip, and 2 lengths to Injustice. 20 lengths covered them. Vogue 5 lengths in front of Dandy Andy at the 1000. 2 to Our Poetic Prince has had a nice run outside, superimpose and a length Harlan Chieftain. The Adelaide mare Saratov's been wide throughout its outside, Ideal Centreman. Then came Apollo Run from Stable Gossip and 2 lengths away Injustice. 800 out Vogue, led about 4 lengths still to Dandy Andy. A length and a half to superimpose. Now Our Poetic Prince has been clicked up, 2 lengths away. Harlan Chieftain, Ideal Centreman. Apollo Run, Saratov, Injustice, Stable Gossip. On the turn, 500 out in the cup. Vogue held together, led 4 lengths into the straight from Dandy Andy, Our Poetic Prince, and then superimpose. The crowd roars. Vogue 3 lengths in front of Dandy Andy. Our Poetic Prince is coming with a strong run and superimpose. At the distance, Vogue led 2.5 to Our Poetic Prince, superimpose, and Dandy Andy. Vogue's got a good lead. He's 2 lengths in front. Our Poetic Prince and superimpose are not going to get to him, I don't think. Vogue's a length and a half in front. He's hanging on the mighty champion, and he does it again. Wins a length and a half to superimpose, and third Our Poetic Prince. Fourth home Dandy Andy. Then Apollo Run.
And Apollo Run into the straight and going by the 400, and it's Small waving the whip at Vogue. He leads by about 3 lengths here. Our Poetic Prince going up on the outside of Dandy Andy and superimposed well clear of the rest. 200 metres from home, and Vogue is going great guns. He's more than 2.5 lengths in front over superimposed, and then Our Poetic Prince, and Vogue is going to lead all the way again. A great performance in the Australian
Chieftain.
A great ride by Cyril Small. They've run 2:1.6, and early on it's
horses. Winner of 4 Group 1 races and more than $2 million in stake money.
He's a great horse, all right.
But this is one of the most popular horses we have seen in Australia for a long, long time. Crowd love him. And why not?
And Bruce, and I made him run his last 2 in 23 and a half.
Boys, that's a $300,000 smile.
Good on you, Jeff. So they have come for him very strongly off course and on course on the tote today. Superimpose 80, Our Poetic Prince 75.
Vogue, the people's horse.
What a fantastic sight it is to see Vogue in full flight, and we look forward to more of those exciting wins in the coming season.
Kings High was in such devastating form, the Colts Connections had no hesitation in paying the late entry fee of $120,000 for a start in the $1 million Breeders' Champion Stakes run at Flemington.
As they make the run around the turn, where Panaria shows the way from Kings High, who's striding up on the outside now in company with Vitalik. Brooklyn Dodger is just behind them. Blazing Sword called on for his run, and down the outside is High God going by the 300, and Kings High has gone to the front. Blazing Sword throwing down the gauntlet to Kings High. Michael Clark's pulled the whip on Kings High. Blazing Sword having a real crack at him from Vitalik, and High God. King's High just in front. He's fighting on well. He's just ahead of Blazing Sword from High God. Blazing Sword diving. I think Blazing Sword's beaten King's High has gone to the front. Blazing Sword throwing down the gauntlet to King's High. Michael Clark's pulled the whip on King's High. Blazing Sword having a real crack at him from Vitalik and High God. King's High just in front. He's fighting on well. He's just ahead of Blazing Sword from High God. Blazing Sword diving. I think Blazing Sword's beaten King's High.
The gamble nearly paid off.
Now the openers for the Newmarket, it will be a big race. Groucho 10.15, Red Elva 2.90, the stablemate. Grandiose, will he win the Standish Newmarket double on the same day that Kate's Mill won the bag at Duke? Startling Lash 10.35. Will Michael Clark's run of outs? He's bad.
Wait for the line. Light on, racing. Boasting missed it, Bronze Knight missed it, Clay Hero beat them out wide, Bronze Knight on his own going to the outside, Even True Away coasting is widest of those towards the inside, and Bronze Knight out on his lonesome. At the 800 metre crossing, Royal Hand out about a length and a quarter, Lonely Dreamer, Red Elva off the pace, Even True, then Son Along Lass speeding fine in that group of horses, Daring John, Bowie in behind those from Clay Hero, further back in the field, Startling Lass, Able Son, Grandiose coming in it from Groucho, Uncle Sid, then Crush, Hazy Pond, Foamy Ocean and Bronze Knight out wide. There's Lonely Dreamer at the 300 taking the lead from Royal Hand out. Clay Hero coming home hard. Bowie goes for a split and Grandiose. Lonely Dreamer tackled by Clay Hero. Bowie, Grandiose flying out by Clay Hero in front. He's a length in front. Bowie and Grandiose trying hard. Clay Hero a half in front. Grandiose goes to him and gets up, I reckon. Nearly a dead heat. Grandiose a nose from Clay Hero and a half head away Bowie. Grandiose flying out by Clay Hero in front. He's a length in front. Bowie and Grandiose trying hard. Clay Hero a half in front. Grandiose goes to him and gets up, I reckon. Nearly a dead heat. Grandiose a nose from Clay Hero and a half head away Bowie. What a thriller. Then Hazy Pond, Son Along Lass, Red Elva. I reckon he's one of those, Grandiose, in a thrilling finish in 110.1.
80, Trifecta 4.33.85, Quinella 41.85.
The autumn paid off. The autumn wasn't over yet, though, for King's High, as he endeavoured to regain his mantle as the leading 3-year-old colt in the Group 2 Alistair Clark Stakes.
450 metres from the judge, and Brooklyn Dodger in front by 3/4 of a length to King's High, picking him up quickly. A length farther away, Barlandy coming as a big threat around the turn. Barlandy sweeps up on the outside and takes the lead from King's High. They've come away from Brooklyn Dodger and then Panaria, Blazing Sword, Imposing Bloom. Gauchi riding hard on Barlandy, straightens just in front over King's High, fighting back well clear of Blazing Sword. It's Clark and Gauchi, King's High on the inside, Barlandy the outside, a desperate throw. I think Barlandy's won.
King's High took the lead. They sprinted 3 lengths in front of Brooklyn Dodger and then Blazing Sword, but Barlandy in front, a neck in front of on the inside King's High. They settle down to fight it out. Barlandy a neck clear. King's High comes back. King's High, Barlandy stride for stride. Again he got his nose in front. King's High, Barlandy lunges at him. They hit the line. Oh, very tight this.
And the 3 years Ed's Brian Martin, your caller there, and Barlandy got it in a photo at 10-1, then survived a protest. 9-4 on King's High, Blazing Sword third.
To you punters, Flotilla, it's into 4-1 now on the tote and might firm even a bit more. 33-1 Never Quit. Planet Ruler, big tip the Queenslander. I've tipped him with number 13 John Dollar out. Planet Ruler is at 10-1. 6 is 11-2. Lygon Arms at 25-1. Classic Hand, straighten that up a bit. 25-1 Marimbula Bay. 25.
Doncaster of 1989. All set, 19 runners. Off and running in the Doncaster. Waterboatman stayed in the gate, missed it by about 4 lengths. Marimbula Bay bounced out in front. Wong began very quickly from a wide gate. Mystical first turn, and Tiley had taken Wong to the lead. Wong in front by about 2 lengths on Mystical Prince, a length away Planet Ruler. Then Marimbula Bay on the outside of Flotilla, the top weight, getting a beautiful run on the fence. A length and a half to Bowl C on the outside of Regal Prize. A length and a half to Never Quit on the outside of Lygon Arms, and Bowie is now getting between that pair, followed by Red Express. Express. Classic Hand is out deep. Further back to Jarrah, followed by Eye of the Sky, LA Streak, and then Regal Native, followed by Warned and Noble Clubs and Water Boatman as last as they come around the turn. A packing field on the corner in the Doncaster, and Wong straightened up in front of Mystical Prince. Flotilla's on the fence, waiting for a run. He's got nowhere to go at the moment. And then Planet Ruler, followed by Bowl C. Lygon Arms on the fence, and further out is Bowie. Mystical Prince sprinted to the lead at the 200 over Wong. Flotilla's under the whip, and then Marimbula Bay, followed by Bowie and Bowl C. Mystical Prince in front, 100 out. Wong is kicking again. Marimbula Bay. Lygon Arms is flashing through. He's going to make it 2 Doncasters, I think. Lygon Arms, Marimbula Bay, nothing in it, and Tajara has jumped out of the ground.
Trainer Barbara Joseph.
Wong straightened up in front of Mystical Prince. Flotilla's on the fence, waiting for a run. He's got nowhere to go at the moment. And then Planet Ruler, followed by Bowl C. Lygon Arms on the fence, and further out is Bowie. Mystical Prince sprinted to the lead at the 200 over Wong. Flotilla's under the whip, and then Marimbula Bay, followed by Bowie and Bowl C. Mystical Prince in front, 100 out. Wong is kicking again. Marimbula Bay. Lygon Arms is flashing through. He's going to make it 2 Doncasters, I think. Lygon Arms, Marimbula Bay, nothing in it, and Tajara. The ground has jumped out of the ground. Marimbula Bay, maybe. Marimbula Bay, maybe a nose to Lygon Arms, and Tajara has flashed home wide out. Close up as Bowie, Mystical. I've got a feeling Marimbula Bay might grab him right on the peg. Let's watch this slow motion replay as they hit the line. Look at Tajara jumping out of the ground. Oh gee, if anything, I'd say number 16, Marimbula Bay, showing $29 and $7.40. Ken, what do you think?
I think Marimbula Bay, and Marimbula Bay's won it. TAB number 16 is first, number 20 Tajara is second, and number 8 Lygon Arms in third place. The winner is called by the best.
Trainer Barbara Joseph became the first woman to prepare a Doncaster handicap winner. Purchased as a yearling for $5,500, Marimbula Bay is by the former great racehorse Taj Rossi.
Our Poetic Prince's last win on Australian soil came in the Weight for Age Group 1 Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Randwick.
Dandy Andy's running a bit of a race in third place on the outside. Bozam is under pressure. Marshall's starting to ride him along as they turn for home, and then Our Poetic Prince. But around the corner, round the whirl, Corkage and Dandy Andy almost in line as they straighten up. Bozam is behind them under plenty of pressure as they come over the rise, and Our Poetic Prince. Harris is going between horses. He's going all right. Our Poetic Prince. Bozam struggling though. Dandy Andy in front. Our Poetic Prince has grabbed him in a stride though. Our Poetic Prince shot through on the inside of Dandy Andy. Bozam he might run third if he's lucky, but Our Poetic Prince is racing away in the last bit on this grand little New Zealander. Bolts in. It's Our Poetic Prince by 2.5 lengths to Dandy Andy. Nearly 4.
Our Poetic Prince maintains his record as the biggest stakes earner in the Southern Hemisphere and started at 6-4. Second was Dandy Andy, 25-1, with Bozam at 6-4 on third.
Our Poetic Prince retires to the famous Stockwell Stud in Victoria. During his outstanding career, the son of the Nijinsky stallion Yates won 16 races and amassed earnings of more than $2.8 million.
For our next major cup, we cross to Adelaide, where a record was created that is likely to stand for many years. New Zealand stayer Lord Reims had won the previous 2 Adelaide Cups, and one of the largest crowds seen at Morphettville in recent times turned out to witness history in the making.
Lord Reims, is this going to be a chapter in history, I wonder? 500 to run. He kicked 2 in front now. Into second place in Grosvenor Hall with the Brotherhood who's flat. Now Magic Man is the threat. He's winding up out wide. Lord Reims clear into the straight. The crowd are roaring their lungs out. He kicked away. 3 in front, Lord Reims. He's chasing history. Down the outside, the lightweight True Finish is starting to peg him back now. But Lord Reims is full of running. True Finish gets to second. Now Magic Man's gone, then the Brotherhood. But this is another chapter in racing's great history. 3 successive West End Adelaide Cups. He's there at the best end in the West End.
Lord Reims at the 200, he's 2 lengths in front. True Finish running on well from the Brotherhood, and then behind them our Magic Man. Lord Reims has got a mighty lead. He's got it won. It's 3 Adelaide Cups, an historic victory for this great racehorse. Lord Reims wins by 3 lengths. True Finish second, the Brotherhood third, 4 lengths out.
Incredibly, Lord Reims has now had 5 starts in Adelaide, all in major races, and he's won them all. The huge crowd gave the brave chestnut a champion's reception.
It was an ambition of mine to win 3 in a row because it's never been done before. The challenge was there, and I thought I had the horse that could do it.
Lord Reims took his stakes earnings to over $1 million. He started favourite at 13-4. True Finish 4 lengths away second at 20-1.
Lord Reims became the first horse in Australia to win the same major cup race over 3,200 metres 3 years in succession. In doing so,
the first of the major sprints during the winter carnivals is the Rothmans 100,000 at Doomben.
Totes for race 5 in Brisbane. Our Poetic Prince has come up very short $1. Groucho $8, Bowie at $4.40, High Regard $3.10, Count Henri at $30 for a look at $21.80, Paturo at $7.75, Flight Bijou, write your own ticket. Spot the Rocks won 7 out of 8, $2.70.
Spot the Rock began only 30. Count Henri, High Regard came out quickly. My Blue Kingdom dropping back shortly after the start. Flight Bijou, Petrero. Our Poetic Prince getting back in the field. He's back third last. Then Robbie and Steele and My Blue Kingdom. Count Henri won away third, and then Bowie and Spot the Rock. Groucho trapped out on a limb. He's 4 deep at the moment. High Regard dropped back there. He's midfield at the moment. Petrero moving up on the outside, followed by Flight Bijou, and then Our Poetic Prince, Robbie and Steele and My Blue Kingdom. Only 6 lengths covering the field. 600 metres to go. Beluga half length in front of Saya Sayang. Count Henri, Groucho. Spot the Rock in the middle. Bowie over on the inside. Dittman now popping the favourite. The big question. He's starting to work into it. High Regard, then Robbie and Steele, Our Poetic Prince, then Petrero, well back as My Blue Kingdom and Flight Bijou into the straight. Belook the leader, Count Henri and Groucho coming after him on the outside, followed by Petrero going for a run in the middle. Groucho moved up to them, grabbed the lead. On the inside, Petrero dived through. Robbie and Steele coming home hard. Petrero sprinted away from them with 100 metres to go. Robbie and Steele is chasing him, then Count Henri, but Petrero's too good. He's racing away and he's going to score. It's Petrero first. Robbie and Steele second, Count Henri third, then Groucho and High Regard. Saya Sayang.
Petrero winning for Dr. Jeff Chapman, who also saddled up Groucho. Second, Robbie and Steele, and third, Count Henri. It'll be a massive trifecta. And 170, Robbie and Steele at 180, Count Henri at 435. The trifecta, 2,470.
jockey Shane Dye was seen at his best on Petrero, and the win capped off a good season for the 22-year-old.
Year, we look at the Foster's Stradbroke Handicap, run over 1,400 metres at Eagle Farm.
Now 400 metres, always grand, nicely clear, still 3 in front of Wong. Lonely Dreamer don't play to the outside, Groucho running on strongly. Duffy pulling out wide on Vitalik, and then Petrero, who's coming into it with a well-timed run. Don't play coming after Always Grand, 200 metres to go. Don't play leaned up on the outside, grabbed the lead from Always Grand. Groucho and Petrero next. Don't play in front, 50 metres to go. He's got them, Don't Play. Don't play 3 in front, Robbie and Steele is flying home at the end, but Don't Play beat him. Only just Don't Play leaned up on the outside, grabbed the lead from Always Grand. Groucho and Petrero next. Don't Play in front, 50 metres to go. He's got them, Don't Play. Don't Play 3 in front, Robbie and Steele is flying home at the end, but Don't Play beat him. Only just beat him.
Well, Don't Play certainly did look home, but Roby and Steele got up to win. Fast finishing run on the outside to get up and win and give Bart and John Marshall 2 straight Stradbrokes, having won with Campaign King last year.
Roby and Steele's Burnborough-type finish carried the son of Steel Pulse to the narrowest of victories. For trainer Cummings, it was back-to-back wins following Campaign King's success last year.
A good season.
Came, but Roby and Steele got up to win. Fast finishing run on the outside to get up and win and give Bart and John Marshall 2 straight Stradbrokes, having won with Campaign King last year.
Roby and Steele's Burnborough-type finish carried the son of Steel Pulse to the narrowest of victories. For trainer Cummings, it was back-to-back wins following Campaign King's success last year.
A good season.